Hi there folks, Paul Bars signing in for a very quick tutorial on images and image sizes for our website. It's a common problem I see, people going in and buying images and then uploading them directly to their website without resizing them, without optimizing them, without preparing for them for the internet, and basically just clogging up their websites with all sorts of crap. Well, here's an example of what I'm talking about. I've just gone into Shutterstock here. I want to look for dogs playing. Let's say I could buy any of these things, grab this little fella with the ball. Here we go. The large image is automatically selected. There it is. That's its size. It's a 10 megabyte file. If I want to download, I click, I pay. There, I've got license to now use that according to the license for this individual image. Okay. So that's fine, great for finding an image. But first things first, I don't need one that's 300 dpi, dots per inch, at 10 megabytes for my website. Now I might need that for print media, but I certainly don't need that for my website. If I was to select the medium size, we're still at 300 dpi and it's still quite large, 1000 pixels by 600. Well, that'll depend on what it's for my website. If it's going to be a main featured image, then that might be the size that I need. I certainly don't need something that's 4000 plus pixels wide. And this one is 647 kilobytes in its actual sort of its weight size. Or the small one, if I was just after a thumbnail image, I want something that's no more than 572 dpi, quite sufficient for the internet at 187 kilobytes. Let's just take a look at this one here. It will let me, if I view the image info, and it comes up, it's 450 pixels wide by 319. So it's 450 across, 319. That's the size of it. Gives you an idea, and it's 34 kilobytes, which means it's a low quality image, but good enough for the web. All right, we can get one that's a fraction bigger, 5 times the size, suitable for the internet. Okay, this is just your JPEGs. We don't need to go into TIFFs and so on because that's a higher quality image all over. Here's why I'm bringing this up now. I'm helping a client out at the moment with just resizing some images. We've got a directory here. What I've done is I've gone and downloaded all the uploads from the 2013 section out of the WordPress blog, and we've got just a single folder here which is, 268 megabytes, 4,000 files. Not quite sure why. I guess it's downloaded everything, including all the resizing that various plugins do within WordPress. But what we have is we have images that are, 3 megabytes, 2 megabytes, 1.5 megabytes, 1 megabyte plus, way too big. I've gone through and I've deleted everything in this folder that was, under 300. So I should say I'm keeping them. I'm about to resize these ones. And I guess I'm lucky because I can use a program here like I have Photoshop Elements. And I've set this up. I'm not even going to actually physically change the size of the image. I'm just going to change it to a high quality, from, I should say, max quality to high quality, and go. And it's just going to go off and it's going to reconvert those images for me. It's going to be very slow, so I'll pause this video in a moment. But while it's doing that, I want you to have a look online, because you can also very, very quickly do this yourself with a bit of time, I guess, if you were to simply Google something like image resizer online. How about that? And you will find a whole bunch of these where you can do them just one at a time. You wouldn't want to do 4,000 at a time. Get something automatic or get someone like me to help you with that. But it's going to resize those images into something a little more decent in terms of their weight. This is what I mean by the size, not just the physical size, 500 wide by 332 down. I mean this size, the weight. How much space does it take up on the server? So I'm going to pause this video while my files are continually being updated in there, and we'll come back and have a look at what kind of difference it makes. Okay, so that is now done. Only took a few moments once I paused the video. I come back and I can jump here into this folder, check out properties, 49 megabytes. Now, this one was only a little over 100 when I started because I've taken out most of the smaller files already, but if we come back in here, we can see that this one, without even resizing the image in terms of how wide and how high it is, just resize it in terms of quality to give us a smaller file, it's now, see, 3, 4, about 5 times smaller. Let's just have a quick look at this image. If I preview it and then go to large, just between you and me, I think that's a little bit too big for the internet. I mean, come on. Yes, it's, that'd be okay. That'd be okay, but it's full size. Do people really need to see that, even when they're buying a necklace? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't need to. But I can tell you now that no, they don't. So I'm going to just play with this, give you an idea of how it works. I'm going to resize it one more time, those images, and we'll process our multiple files. This time I'm going to resize them, and we'll just go 75%. Now, I know that, and let me just throw this out there. This particular folder online as it is, if I were to just upload these files and replace the ones on the server, chances are they're not all going to look good on the internet because they're already sized particularly for that particular website. Hello, get that out. You know what I'm saying? But you need to do this before you put them up. All right? Before you put them up. So that's what this is to illustrate the difference it can make. Again, I'll just pause the video, finish these off, back with you in just 1 second. Once again, all done. Let's go in now. We'll have a quick look. There we go. It's halved the size of it in terms of its actual weight, almost halved it again. Let's just check out, have a look, quick, see how big this is. Now at its full size, it's still huge. Do you see what I'm saying? It's still absolutely huge, but it's a lot better than what it was. It probably doesn't need to be much bigger than that. All right? Just to give you an idea and how much space and how much weight it's going to save you in resources, and most importantly for your customers when they're visiting your website and they have to then download these massive images that you've uploaded. And I've seen people upload files as, 15, 16, I think once I even saw one that was 20-something megabytes to the server. And the poor bloody customers who've got to wait for that to download before they can even look at the full-size image are just going spare, thinking, what's this nutcase doing? All right? And this one I'm doing here, helping out a client, for me, for other people who do what I do, we can do this in minutes, all right? You send us 100 images that you've bought or that you're putting up on your e-commerce website. It takes us 15, 20 minutes to do all of this. Maximum. Much easier than you having to do it one by one. Pay us for our time. It's quite a simple thing to do, but it helps you manage your website. So look at this file just quickly. This was the one that we started with, 268 megabyte. This was a third of that. It's now down to 27. It's going to make a big difference to how fast those images load on the server. That affects your SEO, and it affects your sales, and it affects your customer retention. So, thanks very much for watching, for listening. Hope you've learned something new. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.